City Council meeting for Monday, May 20th, 2019. We have in attendance with us the following city officials. Safety Service Director Mark Sylvester, Law Director Andrea Scazza, Economic Development Director David Maley, Income Tax Budget Director Lori Doron. On the walls to your left are agendas for anyone wishing to follow tonight's agenda. Under number 5 on the agenda is where the public can speak on any item that appears on tonight's agenda, and then again under number 17 is where the public can speak on any item that does not appear on tonight's agenda. I'd like to ask you to please, if you have your cell phones, mute them or set them to silent. Roll call.
Chairman. Kramer.
Present.
Cunningham. Gregg.
Here.
Irwin.
Here.
Lewis. Lippman.
Here.
Manson.
Here.
And Sterrett.
Here.
Roll call of 7 present.
Councilman Hanson.
Madam President, I would like to make a motion.
Microphone, please.
I'd like to make a motion that we excuse Councilwoman Cunningham and Councilman Chauvin.
Second by Councilwoman Lippman. Roll call.
Kramer.
Yes.
Gregg.
Yes.
Irwin.
Yes.
Lewis.
Yes.
Lippman.
Yes.
Manson.
Yes.
And Sterrett.
Yes.
7 yes to excuse Councilman Chauvin and Councilwoman Cunningham.
Thank you, Councilman Chauvin and Councilwoman Cunningham have been excused. Councilman Irwin.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I apologize. We do have a young man, Jonah Hoffner, from Troop
933.
130,
No, 933.
933, working on one of his badges, joining us tonight. Madam Clerk, are the minutes of the previous meeting transcribed and open for public viewing?
Yes, they are.
Are there any additions or corrections to be made?
No, there are not.
Then the minutes stand approved as written. We are at number 5 on the agenda where the public can come forward and speak on any topic that does appear on tonight's agenda. If you wish to do so, please state your name, address, and topic you wish to discuss. And please limit your comments to 3 minutes. Seeing none, we'll move into the introduction of ordinances and resolutions. Ordinance number 67, 2019.
An ordinance authorizing the Director of Public Services Safety of the City of Massillon, Ohio, to transfer parcel number 614-523, a vacant lot located on North Avenue Northwest, Massillon, Ohio, from the City of Massillon to the Community Improvement Corporation of Massillon, CIC, and declaring an emergency.
Councilman Manson.
Yes, thank you, Madam President. We're going to get a little more information on this before we bring it forward. So, first reading.
Thank you. Ordinance number 67, 2019 has received first reading. Ordinance number 68, 2019.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor of the City of Massillon, Ohio, to enter into an agreement with Here for You Child Development Center located at 101 Tremont Avenue Southeast, Massillon, Ohio, to provide an economic development grant to cover costs of property improvements and declaring an emergency.
Councilman Manson.
First reading.
Thank you. Ordinance number 68, 2019 has received first reading. Ordinance number 69, 2019.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor of the city of Massillon, Ohio, to enter into an agreement with JD Real Estate located at 215 Erie Street North, Massillon, Ohio, to provide an economic development grant to cover the cost of replacing the sidewalk and declaring an emergency.
Councilman Manson?
Thank you, Madam President. I haven't heard anything on this, but as far as anything negative, but we're still going to get a first reading. We'll go to the act on second.
Thank you. Ordinance number 69, 2019 has received first reading. Ordinance number 70, 2019.
An ordinance authorizing the Director of Public Service and Safety of the City of Massillon, Ohio, to enter into an agreement to transfer hospital equipment items to the Community Improvement Corporation of Massillon, Ohio, the CIC, and declaring an emergency.
Councilman Manson?
Yes, thank you, Madam President. Unless there's some reason why not, I intend to move this forward tonight. We've been talking about the hospital stuff a long, long time. This is just for equipment. We're picking that up. Seeing none, I make a motion to waive the rule requiring 3 separate readings and bring ordinance 70, 2019 forward for passage.
Second by Councilman Creamer. Roll call for suspension.
Gregg,
Yes.
Irwin,
Yes.
Lewis,
Yes.
Littman,
Yes.
Manson,
Yes.
Sterrett,
Yes.
and Creamer.
Yes.
7 yes for suspension.
And for passage.
Irwin,
Yes.
Lewis,
Yes.
Littman,
Yes.
Manson,
Yes.
Sterrett,
Yes.
Creamer,
Yes.
and Gregg.
Yes.
7 yes for passage.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Ordinance number 70, 2019 is passed. Ordinance number 71, 2019.
An ordinance to accept the dedication of a road right-of-way and easements for Westbrook Estates, Phase 5A subdivision, Massillon, Ohio, and declaring an emergency.
Councilman Sterrett?
First reading.
Thank you. Ordinance number 71, 2019 has received first reading. Ordinance number 72, 2019.
An ordinance making certain appropriations from the unappropriated balance of the 1237 Economic Development Fund for the year ending December 31st, 2019, and declaring an emergency.
Councilman Lewis?
First reading.
Thank you. Ordinance number 72, 2019 has received first reading. Ordinance number 73, 2019.
An ordinance making certain appropriations from the unappropriated balance of the 1237 Economic Development Fund for the year ending December 31st, 2019, and declaring an emergency.
Councilman Lewis?
First reading.
Thank you. Ordinance number 73, 2019 has received first reading. Madam Clerk, is there any unfinished business?
No, there is not.
Are there any petitions and general communications?
No, there are not.
Are there any bills, accounts, and claims?
Yes, we have a bill available to the repository in the amount of $1,006.40 for the publication of our March ordinances.
Councilman Lewis?
I make a motion that we pay the bills.
Second by Councilman Littman. Roll call.
Lewis,
Yes.
Littman,
Yes.
Manson, Sterrett,
Yes.
Creamer,
Yes.
Gregg,
Yes.
and Irwin.
Yes.
7 yes to pay the bills.
Then the clerk will pay the bills and charge them to their proper accounts. Are there any reports from the city officials?
Yes, we have the auditor's report for March 2019.
Councilman Lewis?
I make a motion that we accept the auditor's report.
Second by Councilman Sterrett. Roll call.
Littman,
Yes.
Manson,
Yes.
Sterrett,
Yes.
Creamer,
Yes.
Gregg,
Yes.
Irwin,
Yes.
and Lewis.
Yes.
7 yes to accept the auditor's report.
The audit report has been accepted. Reports of committees. Our next work session is next Monday, the 27th. I'm sorry, the 28th. We're off because of Memorial Day. Tuesday, the 28th. Councilman Manson?
Yes. Something that I've been considering, I think we might give it a try. I'm asking for anybody to comment. If you want to wait, call me on the phone or whatever, but I've been asked if it's some time for people keep it, it'll be 10 or 15 minutes. We're not gonna spend all night hashing something out. That's what I'm considering for next Monday's, or next Tuesday's committee meeting. If anybody wants to comment now, fine, or give me a call or whatever.
Councilman Littman, are you suggesting an open forum with the gallery?
Yeah. Just 10 or 15 minutes, just like we basically do on 17 or whatever it is. 17, it's the same thing, but without getting in a lot of deep discussion, but, maybe we can answer some questions.
Whereas under number 17, don't.
But we'll get our
There's no
primary, our
change.
business, and if there's something that comes up, individual committees, and you want to bring it in, fine, just bring it in whoever you want for your committee session, but I'm just talking about general. And see how it works once. If it doesn't work, we'll do it a time or two, not do it anymore.
Any other comments? Call the calendar. Third reading ordinances and resolutions, there are none. Second reading ordinances and resolutions. Ordinance number 59, 2019.
An ordinance amending section 1151.02 of the Massillon Code of 1985, rezoning a certain tract of land from R1, one family residential, to O-1 office and declaring an emergency.
Councilman Manson.
Yes, second reading.
Thank you. Ordinance number 59, 2019 has received second reading. Ordinance number 60, 2019.
An ordinance amending section 557.08, paren A, and paren of chapter 557-Weeds and Trees of part 5, General Offenses Code of the codified ordinances of the city of Massillon, Ohio, and declaring an emergency.
Councilman Littman.
Thank you, Madam President. We're going to have second reading this evening. There's been a few council folks that have indicated they'd like to have some additional discussion. I will ask, does anyone like to have that discussion this evening, or would you like to keep it for a work session next week?
Councilman Manson.
Yes, I prefer to talk it over at the committee meeting, but I do have, I've been looking into it some more, and I have probably more questions now than what I had last week. And I've been going around town with my tape measure, checking the graphs and stuff. I prefer to be.
Okay, we'll go with second reading this evening.
Thank you. Ordinance number 60, 2019 has received second reading. So ready to miscellaneous business? Okay, we have arrived at number 17 on the agenda, where anyone from the audience may come forward and speak on any topic that did not appear on tonight's agenda. If you wish to do so, please come forward, give your name, address, topic you wish to discuss, and please keep your comments to 2 minutes.
Good evening, Lee Brunkart, 343 Cornett Avenue Northeast, Massillon. Councilman Irwin was my councilman, and this is kind of for you, but anybody could give me an answer, which would be great. On April 17th, I had made a public request to Mr. I believe you pronounce his name, Kareem. Said I'm making a public request for all grants issued by the city of Massillon, both public and private, that have been made to business charities, both profit and nonprofit, for the years from 2012 to 2019. The information I'm requesting about these grants are as follows. Name of the recipient, such as name of business charity. Is the recipient a business or a charity, and is it for-profit, nonprofit, not-for-profit? Name of the grant filer, who the grant was issued, the amount of the grant, the grant requirements, and did the recipient recipient of the grant comply with all requirements, and if not, which requirements do they fail, and was there any actions taken against the recipient? And then I gave an example, such as name of the recipient, Acme Organization Code, business or charity, charity non-profit, grant filer, Mr. Smith, year issue 2015, amount $5,000. Requirements must show receipts and recognize the city in all publications for the year 2015. The compliance, Acme Folk only submitted $4,000 receipt, the city required Acme to refund the remaining $1,000. I received a reply from Mr. Crane on April 23rd, which said, I'm responding to your records request to the city of Massillon. We do not keep the exact records that you have requested. I'm sure the following will suffice. And then he emailed me basically all the CDBG money for the years that I requested. But it's really general, like city housing program, Target Street program, downtown street program. Grants are something that I'm familiar with. There's an application to fill out. Someone will fill that application out. There's always requirements for that grant. There's always a checkup on that grant to see if those requirements are met. When I went on to the city's open line checkbook, I just went under the CDBG money because that's what he sent me. I very quickly found names like West Star Family Service, Faith in Action, North Star Asphalt, Boys and Girls Club of Massillon, Victorian Reflections, Sugar Bowl, and even tonight we're giving out grant money to somebody else, which is all I think it was. So we do keep these records, and these records are here. So to my councilman, I would just like to know if I can just simply obtain the simple public information that I asked for. Maybe I requested it improperly. If you could just find out for me and get back with me, I would just very appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Burkhart. Is there anyone else from the audience that wishes to address council?
Hi, Madam President, and all city council members, and President Motion, Mr. Manson, appreciate it. Everybody in attendance. I understand the affinity, I think.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Your name and address, please.
L. G. DeLuca, 2954 Veterans Boulevard, Southeast Massillon. Thank you, Madam President. Forgot that. I want to talk about a couple things. First, I want to talk about the VA that's coming in, or supposedly coming in, and Dave said the boxes at this point. All the boxes are coming in checked, but they're still legal. I'm talking about Dave Bailey, Economic Director, who's a friend of mine. I talk to him every time he calls me back on the phone, so I appreciate that, Dave. And, you know, with due respect, I got to do this, okay? And I just really have a passion for this, and I'm going to do it. Okay, as far as the VA, I found some things, and there's many more. If anybody would go onto their computer, like I just did this, I was up in Cleveland, so I come back. Just a few short things. Washington Post, February 22nd, 2019. District VA Medical Center in the bottom 10% of agency hospital. February 22nd, 2019, Washington Post. A doctor tells the truth about VA health system. The news that more than half of the states have facilities that have a secret waiting list. I don't know if you know that, but I usually don't think, I don't know if I have a secret waiting list when I see my doctor. I hope not. Also, Jennifer Griffith reports that many veterans know this and they choose to get their health care other ways, which would be, you know, the Medicare and stuff like that. And they say the place to go to the VA, Dave, is prescription, lab test, and just a few other things. Otherwise, they're going to go to the other thing. Other examples about the VA may have killed more than 1,000 veterans. That was Kurt Devine, CNN. Now, that's been a ways back. And I looked about that, Dave. They said fraudulent scheduling, budget management, insufficient oversight, and lack of accountability. I'm all for getting the building filled up. I know the mayor wants to get it filled up. I know Dave wants to get it filled up because, you know, we need to get it done. It's really costing bleeding us really bad. Friendly Fire, one of the things said, death, delay, dismay at the VA. That was by years ago. He was a senator, but he also was a physician. Couldn't get an appointment for 9 months. I'm just sitting on a few of these things, okay? A lot. There's a million of this. The fact that 20 veterans a day take their own life, over 7,000 a year, okay? 2/3 of the veterans' suicide are by veterans not receiving health care from the VA. And I'm talking about the Cleveland VA. I called them up. The Cleveland VA Medical Center serves 110,000 veterans, okay? That's part of this Northeast Ohio corridor, okay? A couple more I'm just going to share in this email here. With Sunbelt, April 30, 2019, I insist on having all my RX done outside the VA. I don't trust them. 90% of the people work there. I have Medicaid. Dave, do you know, I don't want to address him, but do you know how many some of these doctors have a caseload of veterans? My dad is a veteran, ex-veteran. I have friends here in Massillon that are veterans. They have 250 plus a caseload. I don't think they had that in Affinity Medical Center over here. I know they had 875 employees. They could have got to 250. I'm thinking about the debacle with what we got us to the ultimate, not having a hospital. And we don't have a hospital. We have an ER, and I'm not so sure it's that. And what I don't want to be doing is throwing into the VA with all this kind of stuff that's coming out. Here's another one. You've got to be joking. Have a 9 a.m. appointment to get an injection to Cleveland VA. That I checked in for 8:30 a.m., an hour and a half, 10 minutes later, and they come out and say that a nurse got to go for pills. It's going to be 11:30 or later. They had another nurse come in to make a call for me there to pick up and come back and give the shots. I'm about done with these games. I have a job. I'm a full-time student. I'm a volunteer among other responsibilities. Yet, they expect me to waste my time an entire day every 2 weeks to go through this. And then it was it was a good review. Good review. Reviewed Cleveland VA Center, September 2019. I took my 83-year-old dad to the Cleveland VA on 9/25, whatever it was, 2019, or 2018. All of our appointments were on time. In fact, one took 15 minutes, or took us 15 minutes early. I especially want to thank the escort team. I really had an escort team who got us right through the thing. I want to thank Neil, the neurology resident, who was so thorough and had a great sense of humor, and the rest of the doctors and staff. But I guess, in summation for this VA thing, you know, I even got the thing, what was going on that Andrea gave me. It's a full-page 16 thing about what we can do now. Why did we go ahead and get a hospital in that thing if you guys are, well, what are they going to do, Dave? What are they going to do with this VA Medical Center? A lot of, I read the stipulations, I have them here, for the, what Altman has agreed. Well, you told me on the phone, Altman agreed to anything you want to. Now you're telling me that what we have here in this thing that Andrea had, that Altman says, okay, it's now okay. Are we willing and willing? Is this price right in Massillon? Or are we the eye of the tiger? And I can't even get to my other things tonight, except the streetscape needs to be safety-scape. And I will talk about that. One final thing, I was driving, I had breakfast with my dad. I said, Dad, let's go. Went to the McDonald's in the bar. I come back, I thought it was the city of Massillon, but by God, it's not the city of Massillon. It was ODOT. He had a roll bar on his tractor cutting grass. Dave, you know what a roll bar is? It's one of those big things that go over. And I'm saying to myself, we got to have safety-scape before streetscape in this town. And we got to watch what we're doing because we really don't have an emergency room. I don't even know what it is in Massillon we have. And I don't want the VA, I want to get somebody in there. But I want us to read what's going on and do our due diligence with this. And,
Thank you, Mr.
thank you.
Duca. Is there anyone else from the audience that would like to come forward and address council? Seeing none, Councilman Irwin,
Make motion, we adjourn.
second by Councilwoman Starrett. Meeting adjourned.